Hey there, Scorpio, and welcome to your week of February 20. Oh, look at that. We got our flying out journey stopped it. We got your reading for the 28th, the week of the 28th here. Hopefully everything's going good for you here. Oh my God, he's getting vicious. Look at this. Look at him go. All right, but you need to slide on back. Oh, nope, he didn't like that. But we got here for your energy coming into this week, Scorpio. We got the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Wands here. There's certainly an energy of playing things safe. I feel like there's... It's almost as if like you're playing things safe for sure with that Four of Pentacles because something has happened to you before that was quite painful. So you're really not taking any risk here at this time. You're trying to just kind of like easy does it, right? With that King of Wands here as well, I feel like at this time, oh, there he goes. I feel like at this time you're trying to achieve something you really want here. Like you're really working towards something for sure. Something you're desperately passionate about, something you really want, something that I feel like you're not ashamed of, but it feels like almost as if you're working towards something that hasn't worked out before. And you're trying again, because you really want this to work. But for just some reason before it's almost like you got slapped down in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? Like metaphorically speaking, of course. So let's take a look and see what we got for some clarifiers. We gain more details on this energy. What might be happening here. Let's take a look here. Scorpio. All right. We got the Three of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Eight of Wands. Definitely a lot of energy and passion here for sure. 4 wand cards here. That's that's a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of desire here at this time. With that Three of Wands, is it because you weren't patient enough before? It feels like there's a lot of quick moving energy here. With that Eight of Wands is like the second fastest card in the deck. You know, the only thing faster is Cancer's card, the Chariot. So it just feels like there's a lot of fast moving energy. That Three of Wands represents being patient, waiting for your ships to come in. And with the Eight of Wands there, it feels like maybe you were impatient before. So now that's kind of why you're taking it easy at this time. With that Ten of Wands here too, maybe that's why you're stressing out, is because before it was just like, you just don't want to do the wrong thing. Like if it's almost like maybe you were almost there. Like these are two tens here. So you were almost on the precipice. Like you almost had this done, but your impatience got the better of you and that ended up not working out for you. So now maybe you're worrying quite a bit about that. You're worrying quite a bit about like, oh no, I don't want to end up in that situation again. So we're maybe crawling at a snail's pace, or we're just not doing anything risky, not taking any chances, even though they may look really, really delicious, right? This might be like a really good chance, really good opportunity for me, but I'm not gonna mess around with it because I've been burnt before. So let's take a look at some challenges you might be facing here, Scorpio. See what's going on. All right, we got some pop-outs for you. We got 3 pop-outs. We'll take all of them. Another 10. Oh my Lord, the 10 of Pentacles in there. We got the we got the Hierophant, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, definitely. Wow, yeah, 3 10s. That's wild. That's really wild. Holy jumping. So yeah, there's definitely a completion on the horizon here. That's definitely something you want for sure with that 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you're really leaving your mark behind with this. Like this is something that's going to be really valuable for you, or something that's going to leave a mark behind. Like this is going to be something like permanent that's going to happen here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so or maybe both, maybe something very valuable and very permanent too. So that's really nice. But again, it's kind of a challenge. We're not quite there yet. With the Hierophant here, I feel like there's a lesson to be learned here. Like it's almost as if you're kind of learning that, yes, slow and steady wins the race, right? You're kind of ongoingly being taught as this happens, right? Maybe learning things not just about like the situation, whatever you're trying to do, but about yourself as well, Scorpio. So I feel like that's really important for you here. So yeah, just keep your eyes open for lessons and such. With the Hierophant as well, just before we move on, the Hierophant is also Taurus's card, so you may have Taurus in your chart. You might be dealing with a Taurus. And if either of those are the case, let me know in the comments below. Always love to hear about that. But lastly here, we got the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles really talks about nurturing and growing things at this time. And it might be slow goings, right? Life is unfortunately more like a garden rather than like a fast food restaurant, right? Because you're trying to cultivate, you're trying to grow something, right? Versus like you go to like a McDonald's or something, you just go into the takeout line or something, like I want a Big Mac or something. And you just pull up to the drive-thru. Here it is, right? It's not like growing your own food or something in a garden, or raising your own like cattle or something, right? Like it takes time, it takes a process. It's not something that just immediate. So again, patience is going to be something that's going to be tested yet again for you here this week, I feel. So let's look at some outcome clarifiers for your challenges here first before we get into your outcome cards. And let's see what we got for you here, Scorpio. See, I'm getting impatient. I'm trying to rush ahead here, apparently. We got the Hangman, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Your Hangman, you may feel like you're stagnating, right? You may feel like you're just hanging around. You're not getting anywhere. Yeah, so just be aware of that, because that's definitely something. Like, your patience is being tested again this week. Have you learned your lessons? Are you going to break the cycle here? Are you going to get out of this by being patient, by making sure that you're not making mistakes, by making sure you're not rushing ahead here? So I like that. So again, that's being tested. The Eight of Cups is here. Are you going to be moving on from your past self onto a new self, right? We got 3 10s here. The only 10 that's missing is the 10 of Cups, oddly enough, with that 8 there. And the 8 talks about moving on. So are you going to be able to move on to the future? Are you going to be able to move on ahead here? Is that going to be happening for you if you're going to be patient enough? Can you overcome the challenges? The Ace of Swords says you can. It says you can overcome the challenge, but will you overcome the challenge? It's quite a different thing, right? It's like whether you can, it's like you got it in you here, but are you going to succumb to temptation? Are you going to fall into that trap yet again? Are you going to not learn your lesson here? So let's take a look and look at some outcome cards here for you, Scorpio. Before we do, thank you so much for being here. Hope this is helping you out. Hope this is resonating. If it is, hit that like button down below. That thumbs up helps out a ton. You also hit the subscription button if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. That also helps out a ton, helps me out, helps you find me easier every week by checking out your subscription feed there. And then you don't have to randomly search me up or hope that you're there when I post a video, right? So oh, wow. There we are, 3 of Wands, Death, and Temperance here in your outcomes. Wow, that 3 of Wands showing up again, that's incredible, because I feel like that is you proving you were patient. That is you making it from one side to the other, making it through the challenges, and you're still there waiting. You're not rushing ahead. You're not running down and being like, F this, I'm going to do something else, or I'm going to try some other thing. You've endured. You can endure. You can do this, Scorpio. And there you are, the Death card. That's you, Scorpio. Whenever you come up in your own reading, you are coming in an extremely powerful way. I feel like you've been really focusing on your strengths here, and that's how you're overcoming this patience, right? The Death card also talks about changes, the end of something, the death of something, not necessarily the physical death of something, but the death of something. In that, I feel like this is the death of you being impatient. This is the death of you not learning your lessons. This is the death of you, your past self, and now we're being reborn into something new, into this new version of you, this better version of you, which is absolutely beautiful. We've also got Temperance here, which is extra awesome. Temperance is Sagittarius' card, so you may have Sagittarius in your chart, and if you do, let me know down below. That's always great to hear. But the Sagittarius card, Temperance here, talks about being open-minded, right? Looking at things and trying to suss out a way to get there by, experimenting, by being open-minded, by trying new things, by being different, right? And I feel like this is kind of opening up your mind here. Is that, before I tried to rush things before, and I tried something different by being patient, by waiting, by trusting the process. And I've achieved great things because of that. Maybe I can go back to other stuff I've tried before and try it with a different perspective, with this new idea, with this new balance, this new experimental, way, this open-minded way, and maybe I'll find something even better there too. So that's beautiful. So let's look at your outcome card clarifiers, and we're going to tie everything off with an oracle message to write you off and send you off into the sunset here, Scorpio. So let's see what we got here for you. We got the Tower coming through. That's beautiful. The Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And we had the Queen of Pentacles back here as well. So that's really nice because the Queen and the King of Pentacles are divine counterparts. So, you know, this is maybe you're moving towards love here in the future. You know, maybe that's something that's going to be on the horizons for you because of this change you're making, because you're growing as a person, right? You're getting closer to that more complete version of yourself that is ready for love. You know, a lot of people, I find when it comes to love, they want, they feel like they're missing a piece of themselves, and they feel like if they have a partner, that will fix them, right? And I feel like that missing piece isn't a partner. It's usually something you need to grow yourself. And then you're a complete person and they're a complete person. You come together and have a beautiful life here. So I feel like love's on the horizon because I feel like you're making that step towards that new life, if you are indeed looking for love and down the line here. So that's great. If you're not looking for love, though, the King of Pentacles is beautiful because he's a hard worker. And that's really telling me that you've learned your lesson. You've become a hard worker. And it's hard work to work on yourself, really, especially, right? Because it's hard to break old habits, hard to break old cycles, right? So this is telling me you're ready for that. You've got that hard work in here. With that Queen of Swords, I feel like this is kind of opening you up to more clarity, like the clarity of being able to see, right? She doesn't have any clouds in her vision here. She can see whatever, like she can see the past, she can see the truth of things here. And I feel like this is really opening your eyes. It's like, oh wow, this is like this whole new world for me basically has opened up, which is absolutely beautiful. And to go with death, we have the Tower here, and the Tower is the big change. Like this is a big change for you. This is a big thing, right? Death talked about this cycle coming to an end of you kind of being locked in of like, you know, maybe not learning your lessons, kind of having incidents happen to you over and over again here. And the Tower really talks about this is a big change for you. This is something new. This is a big buildup for you. And you're going to be, you know, set up for a really long time of like, this is a brand new me, Scorpio. So that's beautiful. So let's take a look at your oracle card, tie everything up here. We'll read you your oracle message and see what we got. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Hopefully this has been resonating with you, Scorpio. Let's see what we got. We got the To the Sea card. Jeez Louise. Number 7. Let's take a look here. All right, To the Sea. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when the events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by the perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. And that's awesome. We're really talking about that. Sometimes, like we were talking about that, how I mentioned before, life is like a garden. Like we grow it, we cultivate it. It's a slow process bringing that life here. And that's what's happening here is like being patient is like that. And that's kind of the flow you have to go with, is like you can't do nothing about it. You got to just let it go. You got to let it happen. You let it grow and let it blossom, right? And I feel like that's really this big message with the 2C card is go with the flow. Just this is going to take its course and be patient with it because the results are going to be worth it. So I hope that helped you out. Hope that resonated with you, Scorpio. If you want to help out the channel, hit that thumbs up button down below. Helps out a ton. That like button. You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you can find me easier every week and you don't have to go scrounging the internet for me. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this. Get your full message for the week as well. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.